the Lord, they may come against me, but my strength has become my song. By your power, you pardon the sea. Lift the scales from my eyes, I can see. Oh Yahweh, you're so holy. You have helped me in my story. Oh Yahweh, hope of nations, you've become my salvation. You are the faithful one. We cry on Yahweh. He is a mighty King. He's a faithful one. You are holy, God Almighty. In Yahweh, we make our boast. You give us victory over our enemies. Mighty King, faithful one. You are so holy, Lord. God Almighty. In Yahweh, we make our boast. You give us victory over our enemies. Worship you, Lord. One shout to the name. Yahweh, Yahweh, we cry Yahweh.
That to the world, the street919fm.com. Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Oh Jesus, we worship you, King. Yeah. I found love, it came down, spread its arms on a tree. And in those arms I found compassion, love's restoration, my soul guaranteed. Hope in you, I found hope in you. Oh Jesus, hope in you, I found hope in you. Worship the Lord our God, yes. He is our King, yes. You're worthy, Lord. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I found love, yeah. It came down. Spread its arms. In those arms, I found compassion, love's restoration, my soul guaranteed. Hope in you, I found hope. I found hope, Lord. Help me sing hope in you. I found hope in you.
equip 200 men and women with the necessary skills, tools, and resources to become
Oh Jesus, hope in you. I found hope in you. Hope in you. Help me sing, hope in you. I found hope in you. Oh God, hope in you. I found hope in you. Oh Jesus, we worship you, Lord. Almighty God, oh God. It a come my way. And me, lion child. It a come my way. It a come my way. Blessings a come my way. Each and every day. Each and every day. Oh, put a highway, a byway. Got a blessing still. On a rough road, a smooth road, I come my blessing still. When I wake up in the morning and the birds start singing, fall on my knees and give praise to the King, cause I him will wake me up and bless me with everything. Ah, hear the lion child a sing, say, food up hot, give me that. A healthy body, yes, God give me that. A loving family, God give me that. When I go astray, yes, God bring me back. Look, skin so clean, God give me that. And so pretty nice teeth, God give me that. Say the sun not gonna shine out every day, but I know God gonna light my way. It a come my way, blessings a come my way. Each and every day, each and every day. Oh, put a highway, a byway, that a blessing still. On a rough road, a smooth road, I come my blessing still. Let me tell you things that I've been through, like when the money done and the rent due, and the landlord a come watching for screw, cause him not but take no excuse, Lord. Where the money come from? Oh my God, you know I have none. I keep on praying, say things got on wrong. I keep the faith in Jesus, your son, cause I know if he did it before, he can do it again. Yes, I know if he did it before, he can do it again. It come my way, it come my way. Blessings that come my way. Each and every day, each and every day. Oh, put a highway, a byway, that a blessing still. On a rough road, a smooth road, I come my blessing still. It a come my way, it come my way. Blessings that come my way. Each and every day, each and every day. Oh, put a highway, a byway, that a blessing still. On a rough road, a smooth road, I come my blessing still. And where the blessing come from? From a God up above me. And where the blessing come from? And it a run non-stop, say. And where the blessing come from? From a God up above me. And where the blessing come from? And it a run non-stop, say. Yo, every day, give God praise, count your blessings. Every day above ground is a blessed day. Yeah, lion child, righteous records. Yeah, we giving God praise, man. On a rough road, a smooth road, I come my blessings. Oh yeah, winner, 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 winner. I am a winner. Almighty make me know. Oh, I am a winner. Oh yeah, oh, I am a winner. I am a winner from the Caribbean. Oh, oh, I am a winner. Oh yeah, oh. Get a dream, perceive it, conceive it, believe it, you'll achieve it. Nothing can stop you except how you see yourself. You're not less than nobody else. Know that you're great. You too can do it. Better get to it. You might have heard this line before. Let me remind you once more. Know you can do it. Get up and show the greatness inside you. I am a winner. Almighty make me know. Oh, I am a winner. Oh, yeah. Oh, I am a winner. I am a winner. I am from Trinbago. Oh, I am a winner. Oh, yeah. Oh. We come to win, that's our life. Hot like the blazing sunlight. Can't break beyond, take first flight. Love and unite, yeah. We come to win, that's our life. Hot like the blazing sunlight. Can't break beyond, take first flight. Love and unite, yeah. Islands, many great men and women shine out. Taking the West Indian name all around the world. We know.
All right, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. What is that? All right, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. It was just it. All right, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to everybody who is live with me on YouTube. You're going to be up on Facebook in a short bit. So those of you who are live with me on YouTube, thank you very much for being with me. What an interesting weekend. And I was telling somebody on my way to work today that it's not, I can't even, it's like the week in review. That's what I have to say. It's like the week in review in Trinidad and Tobago today. The weekend, in review. The weekend in review. So many things happened over the weekend to talk about. So many things happened over the weekend that, you want to talk about. And one of those things are, well, all the political parties, and I'm hearing, I don't know for sure, but I'm seeing in the news where Mr. Gary Griffith is launching his political party. Also, I'm hearing that, yes, Mr. What's his name? Mr. Vassan Bharat is launching his political party. So we're having PDP, which opened their building, I heard it was over the weekend, in Barataria. Mr. Vassan Bharat, I hear in the grapevine, wants to start a political party. And who again? So I heard that Mr. Bharat wants to start a political party. PDP launched their building in Barataria, opened their building in Barataria. Gary Griffith, I'm hearing in the grapevine also that former Commissioner Gary Griffith is starting his political party. Right? So that's in the political front. We are hearing of these political parties coming out and starting their movement. Right? Also, I'm hearing of, so I'm hearing all these things happening over the weekend. So that was in the political front. Where parties are concerned, he's saying that, Senjuke is saying that he's not no third force, but he is a force. So that is also in the news. Also in the news over the weekend, the tragic death of so many persons on the road. We had so much sad stories with persons who lost their life over the weekend. And it's really, that's another sad story that you're hearing about of persons losing their lives over the weekend. Saw a really sad story with a young lady whose boyfriend, I believe it was, they got in an accident and you saw her scooping up the blood and crying out, and that was really sad. That story was a sad one. Really, really sad story. Also, seeing in the news where what do you call them? I want to give you the right name. Children's authorities enter corporal punishment by the children authorities is calling for the end of corporal punishment. All right, so that's on the heels of the death of the young lady who would have lost her life, who fell down the stairs and stuff like that. So Aliyah, right, and it's really sad, but the children authority is calling for the end of corporal punishment. That's another story that made the news over the weekend. One of the other things that made the news over the weekend, MSJ, the MSJ, Movement for Social Justice, is calling on the government to withdraw its decision on the petrol hike, the gas hike. All right, we're also seeing where Ms. Khadija Amin is saying that food prices are going to go up. So the UNC is calling on citizens to stand up and speak out against the latest increase in fuel. All right. So that's another story there that's brewing. Also, we're seeing where the Minister of Education, the Education Minister, plans to do away with the STA marking and rewarding. All right. You know how they have the President's Award for the highest mark, and she's planning to do away with that because of the controversy that surround the issue with a young man and a young lady. Okay? Over the weekend on Saturday, I was looking at TV6 News, and I want to say to TV6, you all not looking good, you know? You all not looking good at all, because on Saturday, while looking at the news, I saw where you all would have showed the face of the young lady, but not the face of the young man. I wonder why. Why did you all not show the face of the young man? I asked that question to myself on Saturday. All right? So those are some of the things that were making the news over the weekend. But there was one story that made the news over the weekend, or made the news over the weekend, that I wanted to highlight, and I purposely got the video for it. I got the video for 3 things that I wanted to look at this morning. Right? 3 things that I wanted to look at this morning. And you know, you're not hearing people talking about it as much. But I didn't hear the opposition in their, what you call it? I didn't hear the opposition in their press conference on Sunday. I still haven't heard them talk about what's going on with Mr. Wilford James, Dr. Wilford James in Tobago. You're not hearing anything about that. The opposition has nothing to say about that. They know why. Also, so this is a video I want to show you, and on the heels of the discussion I just talked about with Mr. Wilford James. Now on Friday, when I had Minority Leader, Mr. Kelvon Morris, we were waiting for a response from Mr. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine on the appointment of a brother of one of his secretaries. So look at this. Join me on the live. I don't know what's happening with Facebook. For those of you on YouTube, you will see the video in a short bit. I don't know. I may have to start over again. So I'm going to start over the live. So those of you on YouTube, we have to start over the system for you to be able to see and for you to be able to hear. So we're going to start over the system. So those of you who are on YouTube right now, we are starting over the system for you to be able to see what I'm talking about.